Hey, what's going on, everybody? Eldrick here, and I'm just going to run through some of my PlayStation 4 physical game collections today, just as a kind of a different video other than gameplay type of stuff, and uh, just kind of felt like wanting to do something different for once. So we're going to start out. Um, I just have these in as good of alphabetical order as I can at the moment. Now, this isn't my entire collection. I have a lot of digital games as well, so maybe um, if if the interest is there, I can run through those sometime and maybe do a video on those. But we'll start out Blood-Borne. This was the first game that I got with my PlayStation years ago, and that was pretty much the reason why I bought a PS4 to begin with was Blood-Borne. I still haven't beaten the game yet. That's one of the Souls like games that I haven't beaten to completion. Um, there's just things, life has happened and other games have come along and I've just never gotten gotten to complete it. I think I got past Vicar Amelia and Parle, Dark Beast Parle, and then I just kind of went elsewhere with gaming. We got the Crash Bandicoot series trilogy that came out. Good old Crash. Um, I had the original game of Crash Bandicoot on the original PlayStation back in the day, but I never did play the second or third game, so having those other two games um, in this version was quite nice to have. Then, of course, we have the Dark Souls Remastered, Dark Souls 2, and Dark Souls 3. Uh, Three of my favorite games. I personally enjoy Dark Souls 1 more than I do the other two. And I actually like Dark Souls 2 more than I do the third one. And it's kind of a crazy story. I actually beat Dark Souls 1 first, and then I beat the third one. And before I beat the third one, I started the second one, and then I got, uh, I think, to the part where you have to go into the gutter um, and go fight the rotten and all that. I didn't do that. I kind of put it aside and went to playing Dark Souls 3 and played and beat it. And then for something just clicked with Dark Souls 2 eventually. And I just fell in love with it. I don't know if it was just the magic or the initial build that I had with the weaponry and stuff that I was playing with. I didn't like. I think I started and I tried with the bastard sword originally, and maybe that just didn't fit my playstyle, and I just didn't. I was just too stubborn to try to change weapons at the time. But so yeah, I ranked Dark Souls 1 above these other two, and then I would say the second and then the third, as far as those three particular games go. Okay, then we have Darkest Dungeon. I have not played that on PS4 yet, but I have played it since release on the PC, and that is one of my favorite games. Um, that is also one that I've not beaten. I have I'm horrible at it, but I enjoy it. Days Gone, a really underrated game, I would say. Um, the writing is pretty cool in that game, especially when you have the cutscenes with Deacon and Sarah. The flashback scenes are really cool, and how their dialogue with one another is really nice in that game. Um, and I think it kind of gets a short end of a stick a lot of times when it came out. I was expecting it to be a lot worse than what it was made out to be, but so far, uh, it's been good. I've watched my wife play it, and she beat it, and I enjoyed watching her play the whole game pretty much. I played a little bit here and there, but um, even just sitting back and watching it, it was a great game. Devil May Cry 5, I haven't played it yet, so I'm not going to speak on that. Diablo 3, the Eternal Collection. Diablo 3, I wanted to play way back when it was released for PC back in the day. Um, Life got in the way, and I had a crap PC at the time, so I never did get to play it on PC. Um, and that's been a minute. Um, but I have it on PlayStation 4 now. We have the Doom 2000 and is it 18 or 16? Whichever year this one came out. The new Doom, it's really nice. Dragon's Crown Pro. This is an awesome little gem of a game right here. Especially if you like over the top character art and um, voluptuous uh, characteristics on people, I would say, and characters. That may be a game for you, but it's really fun. Dragon's Quest 11, another really cool game. That is actually where I got my tag from. Um, Way back in the day, I picked up the game Dragon Warrior for the Nintendo Entertainment System at a yard sale for like $3 or $4. And the character in one of the heroes in that is named Erdrick, Erdrick. And you hear all about this guy throughout that game. And, well, years passed, and I was thinking of names to make up for, Team Fortress Classic and the original Counter Strike betas and things like that. And I rolled with the name Eldrick, Eldrick, and I was thinking that that was that guy's name back in the Dragon Warrior games, and I had it completely wrong, so I just stuck with the Eldrick name handle. Extinction, it's an okay game. It's I don't think it was worth the initial price point that I paid for it when it came out. God of War, not too much to mention on that other than it's really awesome. If you haven't played it yet, it's at a good price point to pick that up. I think it's under like $20. You could probably even have gotten it for like $10 around Thanksgiving and all these Christmas sales and whatnot going on. We got God of War 3, the remastered. Horizon Zero Dawn, the complete edition. This game here, um, this is one of those games that I stopped playing Blood-Borne for. When I saw this, I picked it up digitally and I played the heck out of it. And that was my first platinum as well for my account on the PlayStation 4. I love the story. The combat was really fun in it. Taking down uh, all these robotic dinosaurs and creatures and things like that with all these different weapons that you could choose and upgrade and craft and basically go about it however you wanted to. That was really really fun, and that whole ending scene, that whole battle, Oh man, that really was awesome for me the first time I played it. We got Infamous Second Son. I haven't played it, but I picked it up at a really cheap price. I think like $5 or $6, brand new. The Last of Us Remastered, awesome game. Man of Medan. I didn't play that. I watched my wife play it. It was pretty good. It wasn't as good as Until Dawn in my book. I liked Until Dawn more than I did Man of Medan. We have Neo and Onimusha, Ratchet and Clank, Red Dead Redemption 2. I haven't put hardly much time at all into Red Dead Redemption 2. Um, it's another one of those games that just kind of went to the wayside for me, just because of other things popping up, work and life in general, and other games and stuff that I want to play. I actually got to the part to where you get to the very first camp after you come out of the mountains, and I think I did the train scene where you get on and you rob the train or something. But yeah, so I'm not really far into it. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. Resident Evil 2, the remake, awesome game. I played the original back in the day on the original PlayStation. I also enjoyed it enough that I rebought it on the Nintendo GameCube. I had that and um, Resident Evil 4 on that, and I also think I had the original Resident Evil on the GameCube as well. All three of those was awesome on the GameCube, um, and Resident Evil 1 was gorgeous on that GameCube from what I remember. I think Resident Evil 2 was awesome looking on there too. We got one of my favorite games, Sekiro. I platinumed that at the beginning of the year. I think it took me like a month and a half to maybe 2 months to get through that, to platinum it. Really fun game. Spider-Man. I actually got around to beating that this year. Um, I started it and then I went back to it, and I thought it really started picking up there at the end, especially when things start going down with Doctor Octavius and Peter Parker. It starts getting that ball starts rolling right there. I thought. We got Styx, the Master of Darkness. I played the first Styx on PC, um, and I heard this one was decent, so I picked it up at a decent price. I haven't played it yet. The Surge 2. I have not played the Surge 2 yet either, but I have played the Surge 1 and platinumed the first game, and I love the hell out of the first game. And I may have to make a whole other video on my thoughts on the first Surge, um, just because I have, you know, good things to say about that title, uh, all in itself, and my thoughts about it. And it's kind of one of those games, uh, that was special to me, kind of like Lords of the Fallen. And I know Lords of the Fallen gets mud thrown at it quite a bit from people, but I love that game personally, and that's one of those games that I have digital, and I don't have it physical. Maybe one day I'll get it. Titanfall 2, Tomb Raider, and Uncharted 4, A Thief's End is the rest of the games that I have there, and I won't talk too much on those just because this video is getting kind of long and I'm getting a little tired of talking. But so far, that's all of the physical games that I have right there on the PlayStation 4. Maybe as this collection of mine grows, I may end up doing another video or two, and I may have a platinum video coming up here soon. I'm sitting at nine platinums currently, and I may do a video on when I reach 10 platinums, and we'll go through that list. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys take care. Please be safe and keep gaming, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks, and bye-bye.